Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. If you've already subscribed to our channel, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do. And when you do, be sure and tap on the little notification bell so you'll be notified every time we put up a new video. Well, let's see. I've been so busy with so many things, but we've had nice weather and we've had a good time, and the art department and I went for a ride today, and that was loads of fun. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm going step by step, and I'm kind of writing this as I go. I mean, I'm actually making it up as the steps go, and I'm trying to show a kind of an orderly way of putting an old motorcycle together. Now this one is a little unique. Number one, because it's mine. Of course it's a little unique. It's a little strange around the edges. But in the old days, when you build a bike, when I was a kid, that was the old days, the way you would build a Harley is you needed a left case, the number case. If you had the number case, a legitimate number case, with legitimate paperwork, you were ready to build a motorcycle. Well, this one isn't much different. It was a rat bike I bought years ago. But I guess what I'm trying to describe is you kind of have to do it in the order that you have to do it. In other words, you've got to do this thing before you can do that thing. Maybe we're going to need to find one of these or those before we go any further. So I'm just going to try to put this in a little bit of order. Last time, in our last video about this bike, I had the motor set in the frame. And one of the reasons I'm piece by piece, so I had just gotten the fender on it. And one of the reasons I'm doing it piece by piece like that is to see what I need, and again, try to get in the right order. Now, by that I mean I want to get this all mocked up so I know how the engine's going to fit in there, how the transmission is going to be all fitted in there, how the tanks are going to fit, everything that needs to be welded, such as gas tank mounts, which somebody cut off at one point. I mean, all this stuff, I mean, this is old stuff. I'm not trying to make a 100-point restoration. I'm trying to make a cool Flathead 80 bobber for me to ride. And that's what I want it for, is for me to ride. This thing's not going up for sale. It's not going to be for trade. It's going to be under me. And it's going to be fun. So I'm trying to get this in order, so let me describe what that's like. Now, if you watch all these car building things on TV, most of which are pretty good. I really like most of those shows. But the order they do things in is quite interesting. You know, a car comes in and they tear it apart. And they do what they call bagging and tagging. Whereas you disassemble something, you take all the nuts and bolts related to that, and you put them in a bag and you write what they're for. Well, I do that when I do stuff like this because, again, this is mock-up. No matter what I put on here, it's coming off again. So I want to keep it all in order. Now, I was waiting last time for the motor mount bolt set to come in, and it has since then, of course. And here it is. So just for fun, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these quickly in place. Let's see, I think... yeah, the front ones are the long ones, I think. And let's see, those are all top bolts. There we go. Now, I use a lot of these Colony kits, and I'm not trying to advertise for Colony. At the same time, they make wonderful, wonderful kits for putting things together. Now, this is the right front motor mount bolt. And it's going in nicely. There we go. And this is the, now that one, the right front comes up from the bottom, and the left front goes down from the top. And then we have the rear ones. And they will both go down from the top. Actually, you could do them either way, I think. But my point is, these are really, really nice bolts. Let's see, that one does not fit. So we'll get these out of here. Now again, we'll be taking these off and putting them on again. Now, there will be extra bolts in this kit left for the top. Now let's get these right here. Now these may end up being top. Those washers may or may not. Yeah, I'm sure those washers actually will end up going on top. And we're going to also be going to have to level this motor too. But we have all of these washers and bolts. The motor kit, which I've showed before on video, has all the bolts in the kit for the whole motor. Doing it this way is just really the intelligent way to do it. And so we've got some of, yeah, we're supposed to use thinner washers here. These aren't the right washers. But that's all right. We'll get it right. But we'll have all four of those bolted down. We'll put the top, we'll put the cylinders on it and the heads. And we will, I found my motor mount put away. I got it out and cleaned it up. That's my old top motor mount bolt, or top motor mount. And it will bolt to both, onto both heads, or through both heads actually. The bolts will go through the motor mount, top mount, through the head and into the cylinder castings. So we'll have all of that together before this thing goes off to Mr. Turner's house for the welding it's going to require. Another thing I have, let's see, let me stick with that for a minute. What I do, that bag and tag thing, you can start bagging and tagging in the middle of the job. There's nothing wrong with that. But here we're going to have motor mount kit. Okay. Motor mount. Motor mount. Okay. That's pretty cool. So I can take this here bag, and I can take this whole motor mount kit, and I know exactly what came in that kit because it's all in this bag. And that's the way to do it. Now when I come back to this, it's going to be all ready to go there, and I'm not going to have to hunt for it. You know, here is, I ran across this the other day. When I put this fender on, I really could have used these bolts, and they are my old fender kit bolts that I had bought, I have no idea how many years ago. Same thing with the motor studs. These are the cylinder studs. And I also ran across, where did I put them? Here they are. I ran across a couple of these, and no, I do not want to sell one. But I will clean them up and see which one is the best one for the bike. And we're going to run this bobbed fender, and we're going to put one of these one of these jacks on it. This is a rear stand. And we have the nut and bolt kit for that. And it goes right here to these frame lugs. So we're going to have a ball with all of this stuff. I've got to sort it out a little bit better than it is right now. But I do have it getting ready to go onto this thing. Do not think I am not sticking with this Flathead project, because this Flathead project and I are meant to be. And I'm getting to do it, and I'm loving it. Also, what we will be doing is I will make, and if I hate them, I'll end up buying a set. But if I don't hate the oil lines that I make, we're going to use them. I have an enormous piece of polished stainless steel tubing I'm going to use for these oil lines, which will be from the oil tank down to the motor. And we'll see if I can do it. I got all my tubing bending stuff out, and my flaring tools and all that stuff. And we'll be doing that too. So let me think what else I need to talk about. I think that's about it. So what I'm trying to do is get this stuff together a little bit, get the motor mounted in the frame well, and we'll be getting that thing over to Mr. Turner's house real soon, and he can start doing all the welding. I don't know how long that'll take him. He's a real busy guy, but we'll get it over there for him to do real soon. Okay, next thing is, I think I covered everything on the bike I wanted to. Like I said, here is the real Flathead 80 mount, and here are the cylinder studs and the fender bolts. And I really, the more I work at this, the better organized I get. Now these are real important, these here. These are something that the art department donated to the cause here. These are called pool noodles. Now a pool noodle is something you play with in your swimming pool, I think. And they're called pool noodles. And what these are here for is because no one likes to hear me swear when I keep bumping my head on the ends of the handlebars. So, a word to the wise, do this for yourself. It really helps. Okay, next thing is, gee, how about showing our shirts? There we go. These are the shirts that we have, and gee, I get a lot of compliments on them, and a lot of people buy them, and here they are. If you wish to buy a t-shirt or a baseball cap, here is a Pacific Mike embroidered baseball cap. That's not printed, that's embroidered. Okay, and this stuff is, well, we did our best to get the best shirts we could. And anyway, if you'd like a shirt, just go to our what is that called? Our website, pacificmike.com. Go to pacificmike.com. Up in the upper right-hand corner, it says T-shirt shop. Click onto that, and you're off and running with our T-shirts. So that's about all I have to say right now. Summer has gotten a little cooler. I think it's going to be hot again next week. But until then, I'll see you out on the road.